Yes, people. Welcome to Never a Foul.
Can we run a poll?
What kind of poll?
Tasha, Ange.
All right, we'll do that. Don't worry.
Yeah, run a poll.
Just quick one for everyone.
You might get confused and think the Spurs manager.
Yeah.
Right, bro. Anyhow, bro, I reckon No, actually, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. Anyways, make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe if you're new. Monts is going to be in like literally a sec. We're going to be doing our predictions each. So we're gonna have to run through. We have to run through each one. To quickly do the graphic and everything. There's going to be plenty of receipts. Have I outdone myself? Maybe. But yeah, man.
What? Oi, do you know what? I reckon Romz will know who he is, and Ty might know who he is. Yeah, Bobby Kasanga.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Right, big ego. Yeah, he did a poll today. Who was going to win? In fact, let me get it quick. He did a poll.
He dipping dabbles in bare things, man.
Yeah. But proper. But he did a poll on his thing. Yeah, hold on. Let me just find it.
Poll for what?
A poll for who's going to win the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Arsenal to be top.
Oh, no, it's gone down. Nah, bro. Man United were top, you know.
Man
United. Bro, I had to at him and say, you need to regulate your followers, bro.
Them man are speaking the Hackney Herbs. Them man are smoking the Hackney Herbs.
You know, he's actually Peckham originally, you know. I know he's in Hackney now. He's originally from Peckham still. His brother was one of the OGs of Peckham.
PYG, run it up.
Not PYG, OG.
Oh, I remember the PYG.
Peckham, but now before that, original Peckham boys.
What,
original? Yeah. His brother's one of the original ones.
Actually, don't think PYG's been around since the 2000s, so yeah.
Hey guys, run up the likes as well, because obviously Zibbermendy's in the building now, so run up the likes, people.
Hold on, that is not Monts. Romz. Romz. You're not getting away with it, bro. Monts, you can sit this one out. No.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, you know what? Hey, Romz, what does your top stand for?
Under the lights.
There you go. Daps, put him under the lights.
Because you, thanks to Kas, obviously I go to bed early now, so I don't usually catch those late night Liverpool echo chambers, that I used to catch when I used to be out in the man cave and I used to be like, what shall I watch? Oh, here's a Liverpool channel, let me watch this, and I'll catch you coming out with those wild things.
Romz is a late night lurker, you know,
and he's a late night lurker, and he gets carried away when he's comfortable, surrounded by other Liverpool fans. So thanks to Kas, I saw some clips, and you, young man, were getting very, very, very carried away. And unlike Monts, who's had to take all the smoke for everyone. You, have been convinced, because I've been saying to Kas, you know what? This is the third show you've had Monts on having to take it. Where's Romz? He's very selective on what hours he can stream at the moment. I bet you fucking work.
Kas knows the real reason. But you know what? I thought we'll get done and we didn't. Do you know what I mean? So I have to hold that.
That's why these predictions for me
that's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Yeah.
Who was it on TalkSport this morning? There was someone on TalkSport this morning saying that they think Liverpool. Yeah, I do on the way to work.
Is that only station that's on? Or is everything
for me, I either listen to some house, I listen to some old school 80s, or I listen to TalkSport nowadays. Because on the way to work, I don't want to be listening to no rap no more. You're going to work in the wrong mood. So, but I can't remember who it was. But someone this morning on TalkSport was tipping Liverpool to win the league.
Who done that?
I'm trying, and it was a footballer, bro. It was a footballer.
Probably a bonga horse or something, man.
No,
you don't like us.
You don't like us either because we just ended his career. But yeah, we say once, man. Zubamendi might, before we get into the predictions, but I'm seeing maybe Zubamendi revival.
Don't do that.
Hey, come on.
No, swear down.
No, we need that. We need that in our veins. We need that.
No, listen. Hey, guys.
Monts, check your phone. Is she typing again? Again?
I was joking. You lot are listen. For those of you who might have seen me tweet, you know when Shrek looks up to the camera like this? You know when Shrek does the meme?
You did that look very good, you know.
When Shrek does that, obviously it's a joke, innit? You lot I've got a few messages, a joke. Listen, I personally think that it's a situation where Zubamendi, he's seen what Liverpool have offered him, and he's probably looking at his own club like, okay, listen, like this is what man's being offered. So what, you lot can't at least rival that in some sort of way? And it's coming out that, and it has come out that Sociedad can't even afford, or they can't match any of the proposal that he's been given, and that's where they haven't. His childhood club reportedly haven't respected their side of the deal while he's decided to stay at the club.
Well, so you're telling me there is a chance?
No. Well, he could, if it's a mad thing, he could leave on a free. That doesn't mean he'll go to Liverpool, but he could leave on a free next season.
Wait, let me ask you once. Are you ready to be hurt again? Be honest.
Hold on.
I think that answers the question.
I mean,
he's got one more in him.
I don't know if I've got another one in me, lads. I don't know if I've got another one in me, if I'm honest. Like, I don't know, man. The bark, yeah,
it's not.
Man. Listen. Give it some time. I need to see more in it. Give it some time. Right now, I'm humbled in it. I've been humbled still. Yeah.
All right, let's get started with these predictions, anyways, man. If they're moving like this. This is the way it's gonna have to go. I think Daps is gonna have to start on this one. How
are we doing it?
Well, your face is on there first.
No, but the way we did it last year is like we came up
an average.
We came up with an agreement.
We can do that at the very end.
All right. So
this is your. So
why does my fucking head look like an egg?
That's just the way that
because my head looks like an egg is the answer.
Yeah. This is Daps' predictions. He's got Man City to win the league. Arsenal is second. Liverpool, Chelsea, third and fourth spot. Man United hitting that fifth spot. Sixth, Aston Villa. Seventh, Tottenham Hotspur. Newcastle, West Ham, Brighton. And then the other lot, as you can see on the right-hand side, he's got Forest, Southampton, Ipswich.
This is a
sick relegated. So, yeah. What do you lot make of that? Before Daps goes through it, have you lot got any questions on this?
Yes. So, I actually, first of all, big up yourself on the layout. So, first of all, big up on the layout. It looks cold.
Thank you.
The one I want to ask you on Daps is Aston Villa 6th. So the reason I want to ask you that, I don't think it's wild, by the way. When I look at what Newcastle done last year, when they got into the Champions League and then they struggled doing the Champions League thing, I got a feeling myself that Villa might suffer from the same syndrome.
That's why you lot are above them. That's why you lot are above them. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been.
Okay, fair. So what makes you think still with them having Champions League, though, they'll finish above Tottenham and Newcastle this season? I'm intrigued by Villa being 6th.
Sorry, Kas just touched my leg. What the fuck is going on there, bro? Because, right, so like I said, the reason why I put you lot at 5th is that exact reason that Aston Villa have got Champions League football. Bro, if I'm being completely blunt with you, it's because, one, I don't rate Tottenham that much.
Okay, that's
right?
fair.
I know, and we've got to think, right, if you're talking about Villa, Villa have Champions League football. Do I expect Villa to progress into the latter stages of the Champions League, as in the quarters, as in the quarters and the semis, right? No, I do not, right? When do Tottenham drop off? January, yeah? So if you're thinking that straight away, yeah? Could we...
And teams don't drop into the Europa League this year either.
Nah, exactly. And bro, Tottenham...
Great point.
Always drop off when it gets to January. Yeah, always. Even this, I swear, am I right that the season that Tottenham were in the title race? Yeah, I think it was Monts, wasn't it? Us, you, and Tottenham were in a title race once upon a time. Yeah.
2006.
Now the league, it was the year Leicester won it.
That was even that as a title race. Was it really a title race?
No, but in January, in that season, the season that we played you in January on a Thursday night, yeah, the Leroy Sané goal, yeah, that season, going into that game. No, hold on.
But they were declaring themselves.
Hold on, but in January, I'm telling you now, in January, because I remember a conversation in January that year, yeah, Liverpool were first, Tottenham was second, City were third with a game in hand. And someone rang into TalkSport when they were talking about this is a title race between Liverpool and City. A Tottenham fan rang in saying, how can we not be in a title race when we're second? And they said, they said, because you're Tottenham, right? That's the truth.
18-19.
Yeah, 18-19. It had to be.
But the season before, correct me if I'm wrong, the season before when they were in a title race, didn't Arsenal finish above them that season?
Yeah,
That's
because
Leicester
Tottenham. I'm pretty sure Tottenham lost like 5-1 to like someone the last day.
Yeah,
they got battered. They got battered on the last
so
day.
that's what I'm saying. That Tottenham always drop off. Newcastle, look,
I was
for
going to ask you on that one.
me with Newcastle, if Newcastle managed to keep all of their players,
looking likely.
And then they managed to keep all of their players fit, yes, Newcastle can be up to something, right? But I'm not naive enough to think that anyone's going into the season keeping all of their players fit, right? And when Newcastle start getting injuries,
2 injuries, Gordon and Isaac, and you're already thinking.
I think there as well. That's where all of a sudden the resolve of the take Liverpool for example. If Liverpool get a couple of injuries, they've still got so much know-how in the squad that it will get them somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Newcastle have a couple of injuries, couple of drop-offs, and their confidence goes. We've seen it, right? So, and look, this is our predictions. I could be wrong, but for me, I think Villa, and also we're talking about Villa's manager, who does have know-how of competing in
top spaces,
and Europe. So, yeah,
I got an interesting one there. Leicester City 16.
Fair, yeah.
I think I know why he did that because they got Premier League experience in it.
Premier League experience. They've got Vardy, who I think will get them goals. Right, I'm not saying he's going to be prime Vardy banging 25 goals or nothing. Vardy will get them goals. I just think that Ipswich and Southampton, unknown quantities. To be honest with you, I think Forest and Everton. I think this is the season one of those two take the drop for me. One of those two, and yeah, I just think Leicester have got know-how. That's the main reason I'm going this. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything about the bottom 11, bro, because
it's more like a top 10.
That's not me.
That's what I was saying to Kaz
I know loads about them, but I don't.
When I picked 10 to 20, I was saying to Kaz, bro, this is hard. Like, I don't know much about these teams, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I look at Leicester. I look at Leicester and Wolves. Leicester and Wolves haven't really signed anyone. That's my problem with Leicester and Wolves. I'm worried about both of them just because they haven't signed many people.
Oscar Bob
is big. I know he don't really play for them, whatnot, because of injuries. But them losing him, man, that's a big loss.
I see that.
Daps is delusional. How am I delusional? What have I said there that's delusional? Can someone explain what I've said there?
I haven't seen
delusional.
I think they're getting upset maybe about Jamie Vardy. But what's happened to Oscar Bob? Is something happened?
Apparently he's broken his leg.
What?
Wow.
Apparently, allegedly, that's bad.
Well, do you know what? Real talk here. I hope he hasn't broke his. I hope he hasn't broke his leg. Irrelevant, bro. Real talk. Irrelevant. Do you know what we're blessed with 5 wingers, so I'm not even talking about that side. But at his age, breaking his leg.
What's the source?
I don't know yet. Even LB's put a broken heart
in his breakthrough season. That is killer, man.
Yeah, he's meant to tear it up, man.
Daps, I see a tweet. I see a tweet. You might want to shout your boy. That's who I've seen said it.
Huh?
That's who I've seen said it. Your boy, Steve.
Big Steve.
Oh,
Steve.
Yeah, shout him. That's what I've just seen. Someone just put a tweet saying Big Steve's just said blah blah. So yeah, shout him. But I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll let you carry on.
Hold on. Yeah, broke his leg.
That's peak, man. Fucking hell, man.
Flies to Barcelona tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, he has said it.
Yeah, it's in my group. I just hadn't been following.
If you haven't done so yet, make sure you smash the like button as well. Make sure you like the video. Liking the video is super important. I think
they're quite decent predictions though. It's like top 10. Like there's not too much that's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, can I just say it was a training injury, a collision, and he's broke his leg.
And Camavinga done something yesterday as well.
He's out for 6 to 7 weeks. Ligament damage. No, sorry. He sprained his ligaments or something like that. I think I see.
It can happen.
You heard the crack. Have you watched it?
I haven't. I've been flying.
I'll send you it. You literally hear the crack when Tchouaméni steps on his leg, and
blocked it once. There's a lot more training injuries happening in football now.
Yeah. And Tchouaméni's got a heavy leg, bro.
Do you know the worst thing about that? Yeah, it's a bit like whoever he had to. Forget. Just set start. This is his breakthrough season, man. At his age, I feel and broken leg. How long is that for?
Some man don't even recover. That could be like 6 months.
Is that too soon?
That could be.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. I'm even 2 seasons, 6 months, and 1 season.
Oh,
I said it could be minimum 6 months, depending on the break. It could
I was
be
just say
longer.
broken leg.
I said, is that too soon? I said he really did break through
soon.
like
too
soon.
Yeah,
bro.
it is too soon, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, mad. Oh well, big up Bob. I hope he recovers. I don't care what team it is. At the end of the day, he's a football player. That's his career.
Yeah, that's mad, man. That's mad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was going to say? It's the worst thing about collisions as well is imagine if you're the other person on that, especially when it's one of your teammates.
It's got to be a shin. It's got to be the shin in it. If it's collision,
that's like you're whether you should or not. It's a collision. You're feeling guilt in it. You're feeling guilt. If one of your boys and they're out for that. Damn.
Yeah. So guys, if you're in there, make sure you drink your milk.
So
smash a like as well. 500 in the
man.
building. Come on, man. Nearly at 25k people.
Ratio.
Come on.
The difference in
Right,
ratio,
like
4.5 times.
Yeah,
less.
we need a lot more likes. The likes need to be a lot higher. So just to confirm, before the Bob news, I think someone close to City confirmed City about in the market for 2 players. I think one of them's pretty clear now. And I've been saying we wouldn't go in for a winger. I would imagine we probably would go in for another winger now, potentially. Seemed like Pep wanted a squad full of wingers. Well, now we're 1 down.
The question is how long? 3 months?
Well,
3 months? 4 months?
Well, it
4
depends
months?
how long broken. So he's flying to Barcelona tomorrow for our because that all City players with big injuries go off to Barcelona to a medical team out there. So
but let's move on to your Ty. Yo, there we go. Let's have a look at your one.
Yeah. So Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool are my top 3. I have got United in finishing in the top 4. I just think obviously we can talk about it, but yeah, top 4. I've gone Chelsea, Tottenham, Newcastle 7th. I think my interesting take is obviously because I questioned Daps on it. I've got Villa finishing down in 9th, so I think they're going to struggle this year. But now,
don't let Josh see this. Don't let Josh see this.
Yeah, we're going to go from there. But say, yeah, you lot, fire your questions. I'm intrigued. Romz, you're looking at looking at Morgan Freeman right now.
I agree with you and Daps with the Villa drop off, right? Because Emery's had that anomaly season where, listen, he's good in Europa League, not Champions League. When people like to just say Europe in general, he had that one good season with Villarreal where he got to them semi-final, but his Champions League records stink. However, I don't think they'll drop that mad tonight. That's basically mid-table, bro. But
do you know what? If I had to swap West Ham and Villa, that's what I would do. I would not be putting Villa more than higher than 8th. However, when Daps has just actually spoke and said, you know what? If they do drop out the Champions League in the group stages, I didn't think about there's no drop to the Europa League. That means they're just focusing on the league again. I now would think, do you know what? They're going to be definitely pushing for 5th, 6th. So it depends with me how Villa can, do with both. And if they did get through in the group stages, how would they then manage that? Because then they'll be pushing through into the knockouts. So there's a new format as well. I feel like it's a bigger format in the Champions League this year with how they're doing it, more games. I think West Ham, for me so far, have had the best window of the Premier League season so far. Somerville, Guido Rodriguez, Fulcrum. Are
you away with your other half's dad as well?
No, I'm not. I was with him last night. They dropped me to the airport.
Yeah. There we go. That's why you're saying that, innit? You want some brownie points.
Why not?
Is he an iron?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a proper iron. Yeah, he's got one in his garden. It's jokes.
What happened?
Speaking of West Ham,
I'll take a picture. He's built a proper thing, like.
What do you mean, a stadium?
I can't even explain it, like, out of metal.
Random. Speaking of West Ham, have you seen Julian Lopetegui and Danny Dyer? You need to look
man. Danny Dyer is just joke.
I was saying it to you, Kaz, remember it.
You know what? Yeah, I think West Ham are going to be a team pushing for Europe. I think Somerville's a good signing. They've needed a winger to help with Bowen, Kudus in the 10, Kilman to Debo, brand new centre backs. So yeah, I like West Ham. Chelsea are the ones that I think are going to be mixed on everyone. I just think if Chelsea can keep their players fit, and I've got my suspicions, obviously, that I do think Osimhen does arrive there by the end of the window as well. And if they do get him, that's a 9 that I believe that, he's not my type of number 9 because I think he's a bit like Lukaku, a bit raw with his first touch and stuff like that. However, like Mark Goldbridge said, if there's going to be games out there where Chelsea are struggling away to an Everton or a Nottingham Forest and they get one chance, 77th minute, half a chance, and it falls to Osimhen and they win 1-0, that could be the difference between 3 points and 1 point. And I think that can get you up the table.
Ty, you've literally just spoke into why Chelsea finish above you, man. Like,
no, I think
literally. Like,
why is that though? Why is that?
Because I think Chelsea's squad is substantially better than yours.
I was gonna say you thought maybe Osman he's a killer with
Oh no, I think
Xerxes
Osherman. I think Osherman, bro. I'll be honest with you. I think right now, if they don't get Osherman, I think Chelsea finish above you. If they get Osherman, I think they could push for third.
Facts.
The only thing I'm gonna, because I think Chelsea United is kind of in that similar bracket where Chelsea have got a new manager, so they've got like their players to bed in, and can they keep them fit?
You've got a shit
Ten
manager.
Hag, yeah,
Ten Hag's still a better manager, but let's start like Ten Hag's definitely a better manager as it stands.
But Ten Hag, Ten Hag for me, he's had this squad. This is his third season now, and we've got positions.
Might not be a top manager, but Maresca's only had
we've got Xerxes, Yoro, Delit, Mazraoui, positions that we actually did need, and we look like we're probably going to get Agate by the end of the window. I can't sit here and think that United can't be challenging for fourth. I've just come from random talk.
But you can't sit here and think they're amazing signings either.
Nah, but what they are, do you know what it is? And I like your questions. I've just come from Mandem talk where them not. I've been arguing with them because a lot of them are saying minimum third. That should be our expectation.
Yeah, Ty was actually the more rational one.
Yeah, I was the rational one. I said.
Oh, were you on with your boy? Was it your boy?
It's Mandem talk.
No, yeah. What's his name? No, what's his name? The one.
Oh, Marcel.
Was Marcel on there?
He was on actually. It was only me and Marcel.
Of course, you're going to seem rational when you're next to fucking Marcel, bro. Come on, that is not a yard.
No, Marcel was no, Daps. You'll be mad. Marcel was the only one agreeing with me.
Yeah, he was agreeing with Ty. They were basically saying no minimum third. Like, let's come back.
Yeah, I said fourth. They're not all saying Saeed. Everyone's saying minimum. We should
Marcel
go for third.
But Marcel thinks that Eric Ten Hag's going to win you a fucking Champions League, bro.
No. What I'm saying is Marcel agreed with me as in saying fourth.
Yeah,
Saeed
but what I'm saying is
everyone.
No, but what I'm saying is, if he's agreeing with you, he can't be in any way. Marcel cannot be any sort of yardstick. He thinks Eric Ten Hag is going in the Champions League with Man United, bro.
You know what? Let me. I'll just come. I'll go.
So why
in your question? So I hear you where you're saying about our signings and stuff, and why do I think we could finish fourth? So for me, our signings are people that come into the starting 11, and I think that's the big difference for me. We've got Delit and Yoro, who can definitely start. Mazraoui, because Luke Shaw's out, would definitely start at left back. Xerxes, a number 9 that I believe his pro. And then you've got Amad Diallo, who's having a breakout, a bit like Oscar Bob, with we agreed the other day, their breakout sort of season. So we've got 5 starters that are coming into that team. And I feel like Manchester United will level up and should improve because of that. I don't think it's going to be amazingly, but I think it's enough to definitely say that if Manchester United finish fourth, which I expect, and I want us to be in the final of the Europa League, that is actually my expectation for Man United this season. Because
are we allowed to add two?
It was more the fact that before you were proper talking up Chelsea. Like the way you spoke up Chelsea gave me more belief in Chelsea than the way you just spoke up Man United.
Do you know what it is? I just feel like they're going to make a lot more mistakes, Daps, I think, learning this football and style of play, whereas Ten Hag should have at least a level of consistency, hopefully. But yeah, Kas, what are you thinking of my United fourth?
Hey, wait till what I got going on.
Yeah,
you're not gonna like it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but before I was looking at this. Is you know what? Is 6th for Tottenham a little bit too generous?
Wait, do man them have them lower?
It's disingenuous.
I had them like 8 or 9. I had them 8 or 9.
No, because when you deep it, they made one signing to their first 11 that comes into their first. And the
you
other two,
always think signings.
No, deep it. No, yeah,
of course you're not
you would
bothered
say
about
that
signing Monts.
They're not. The thing is, Tottenham aren't. The thing is, let's get one thing straight once.
I didn't know Arsenal's 11 have changed. Their first team hasn't changed either.
Yeah, but the difference is,
to be fair,
the difference is Tottenham need.
There you go, bro.
Tottenham need allegedly about left wing, maybe even right wing.
They need more.
They needed 3, maybe 4 starters in their first 11. Right, their squad is still shit. Like when you deep it, like not shit, but it's not good enough. Right. And at the end of the season as well, we don't know if he's going to change his way of playing. He's got extra games that no one actually has actually mentioned. And on top of that, I think they've only bring on Solanke and they've brought in, what's it called, the 2 young bucks, and we don't know how they're going to really fare. I'm actually a believer that Archie Gray is going to surprise quite a lot of people.
Yeah, he will.
Be fair. But the only reason why I can say that, because Ty mentioned about Chelsea, Osman, that, but I don't know who the targets for Tottenham are that they're actually going to go in for and actually go and grab. So you're telling me the only thing they've got is 2 young bucks and also Solanke. I'm thinking, and more games to play. Europa, I don't think that's sustainable.
Monts, do you
And
agree
Tottenham
with
fan.
Kas that I've got them too high, or do you think that Spurs should be around that?
Oh, we'll wait for months.
They should be. They should be.
No,
They
I think Kas
should
has got a
be.
fair argument. I'm
They
intrigued
should
to see what
be
you think.
above. They should be above. Bro, they should be above United and Chelsea. That's the reality. But because it's Spurs, people always look at Spurs because of the name. Like genuinely, just
United,
because
yes,
Spurs Spurs have only signed Archie Gray, but people
Chelsea.
underestimate the power of signing a striker who's just come off a 19-goal hit run. If also remember, if Solanke does hit the ground running for them, again, people were talking about Osimhen and the games that turns from draws to wins or losses to draws. What do you think Solanke is going to do when Spurs concede that goal that they shouldn't concede? No one talks about it. No one, not like literally when people talk about Spurs, all of a sudden, when Solanke was linked to Spurs, all of a sudden you don't start for Arsenal now. He's not better than Nunes, you know.
No, I don't think no one said that.
With the form that Solanke's in, if that can carry over and Son can carry on scoring goals, like listen, people are gonna say,
Maddison
why are
has
you
someone
talking
to
for Spurs?
feed.
Why are you doing Captain Saberho? But again, people trying to use my saying against me. The same arguments you're using for Man United can be applied to Spurs. But the difference is Spurs' manager have still instilled a playing style that the players know. Yes, cool, the playing style has flaws, the high line and whatnot, but it can still be tweaked. Chelsea are, again, new manager, everything kind of has to gel and everything has to stick again. Man United act like Ten Hag signed yesterday because they saw their first sign of good patterns of play against Liverpool in the preseason after 2 years of shit. So at the end of the day, bro, for me, I put Spurs above both of them and people just don't want to hear it.
You know what it is? Monts will always ride for Tottenham. It's his ends to get North London. I'm just used to it.
Weird, man.
I'm just used to it.
Weird, bro.
Used to it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
You man rise for Chelsea, and it's weird because they're a record label, not a football club. It's just weird.
Chelsea are gonna shock you. Monts. They're gonna
run up the likes, people,
cool,
as well. 600 of you in the building, man.
Chelsea
Keep
gonna
running
shock
up the likes, support the channel, support the movement. Big Premier League predictions, and then make sure after the end of the show as well, get your predictions in the comments as well, because obviously we always feedback. You see, Kas always checks the comments. So, yeah.
Just before you carry on, a quick question about Spurs. Yeah? So you remember when Son had that season when Kane was injured for about 2-3 months, and there was less pressure. No, sorry, there was more pressure on him, but he rose to it. It's like he thrived off it and he scored all on goal. Do you think now Solanke being in main 9, it's gonna take away from Son's game?
No,
you reckon Son can have
100%. It adds to it. No. Romz, for me, Solanke, the ability to drop in deep and spin in, and Son can make them runs in behind. It's going to be perfect. Because Solanke, he does two things, right? And this is why I think it benefits Spurs. I said it to Daps the other day on the show. He drops deep, so then Son can spin off in behind and get the through balls, but also it helps James Maddison because James Maddison's always been playing with someone like a Jamie Vardy at Leicester. Yeah. And now Maddison had that 6 star at Spurs last year, got injured, never come back the same. Maddison's going to be getting the ball, looking up, and actually having a striker ahead of him in terms of Dominic Solanke, who can play on the shoulder. But also, not just Solanke, he can play in Son. I think it's a perfect move.
But then, Ty, what I'll say to that is, we saw Son on the left. Look, he's on a slow decline anyway, but that's the coming of age. But on the left, I don't know if he's as effective anymore. I hear your logic with Solanke dropping in and whatnot with Maddison, but I feel like we could see a season where he declines even a bit more personally.
And Son.
For him.
Oh, I'm just saying, innit? They get Adoji gets injured, they're back to Ben Davies, innit? Pedro Porro gets injured, they're back to they're gonna go for Jed Spence.
Do you know what I heard? I heard Jed Spence been cooking at left back.
I've heard, but I'm just saying, innit? I'm in year 2. I expect Tottenham to go make 2 more signings, though. I really do. I actually think a lot of clubs are going to make 2 more signings. Maybe not Liverpool, but you know what I mean. But on to my predictions.
Yeah, I like this.
I knew it.
Nah, do you know what? That's not even mad. Apart from United, but. I hear it.
Apart from United.
What do you mean?
I just don't think we get third. But actually, do you know what? Even having United third is not really that mad. But do you know what? West Ham 6th. I hear it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
You always get that team that signs all the big names, and you think it's gonna gel, and it just
sometimes
gel.
it just
I
crashes,
think that's
isn't it?
West Ham this season.
Yeah, I hear that.
Generally, I think that's West Ham this season.
Yeah, but remember, Romz, no Europe. 1 week training pitch every week. Their man have got to be ready.
They're not in conference, aren't they?
They're not in the conference league because we come up there because we won the Europe. So everyone dropped down one.
That was almost like you were celebrating that. You dropped down there, bro. You dropped down there.
I'm just gonna say I'm the only one on this panel who's put Arsenal first. There we go.
What, you want brownie points off of all the Arsenal fans in the comments or something? Is that what you're doing?
Right, Cass.
Once you're hearing this.
The real again, the real Captain Saberho. The real
Cass, let me ask you then. Let me ask you, Cass.
Guys, just everyone notice I put you number one.
So I can't have an opinion because the rest of the crew, because they're from London or in and around London, want to suck blue dick.
Cass, Tys Sugar, yeah? Tys Sugar's here. Yeah. I mean, Tys Sugar in the boardroom of The Apprentice, the Never a Foul Apprentice.
That'll be an avatar.
Wait, go on.
So Tys Sugar, yeah? Never a Foul Apprentice. California joins, and at the moment, that's all they've signed for Arsenal.
Tell me back.
Yeah. Pitch to me why they finish above Man City.
Bro, the fact that he's thinking about it, he literally just wanted all them Arsenal fans to rate him.
Hey, Alan Sugar don't play about in the boardroom, you know.
All right, cool.
Alan Sugar don't play about.
All right, first and foremost, yeah. Community
Shield. That's clever.
Community Shield jinx. There you go. Another one. No one's ever finished second 3 times in a row. Also, if you want to deep it, no one's ever done a 5-peat as well. On top of that,
you said no one had ever done a 4-peat.
Don't matter. You're getting. I think Arsenal.
So far, you haven't done any valid reasons.
So
you're
Arsenal,
literally doing.
I think they've improved on their defense a lot more, regardless of just options alone, which helps them in probably more in cups more than probably the Premier League. But I believe they're going to also have the best defense going into this season.
Would you not say their defense was already great last season?
Yeah, but I think it's even better now.
But only where they're already strong though.
I think it's kind of proven over pre-season that the set pieces that they do and score a lot is in full flow.
They were good at that last season.
I know, but I think we got to remember 2 points is the difference at this moment in time that we can talk on. And I don't think there's actually going to. I think this time you're going to see a point difference in it. Though I've bigged up Pep. Like, don't get me wrong, in it with Pep, it don't matter who they got, how they got it, whatever. I think the most scary Pep is the one that plays with direct wingers and he's got a Haaland at the end of it. So back posts, you're going to see bare of those. But at the same time, I just think Arsenal, they just got a really good squad, man. I just like their squad. They got to do more. But the only thing I criticize on the Arsenal front is that they need another attacker. And that's it.
You know what, Cass? The left wing, I'm not feeling. Martinelli and Trossard, I feel like they need an upgrade on that left wing.
But at the same time, for City, if they're choosing to put the young buck in Rodri's position, and Rodri wants cover and they ain't got it. But I think they're going to go out and go get a couple more.
Do you know, can I just say where I am with Arsenal, yeah?
That's it. I think it's 1 point difference.
Where I am with Arsenal is that I think Arsenal, squad-wise, manager-wise, style of football-wise, are good enough to win the league, right? And if Arsenal do win the league this season, I'm not going to sit here and go, fucking hell, they surprised us all. It's not that. This is not Arsenal.
Their best chance.
Yeah, do you know what? And last year was as well. For me, the only thing that I think Arsenal are missing is know-how now, right? That is it, yeah? Because I'm not going to sit here now and say, oh, Arsenal really aren't that good. They are good, man. Like, we have to give them credit, yeah? But the truth is, we haven't seen them do it yet, right? And for me, I will also say is last season, you could say City mentally were in their head a bit. This season, we're in their head even more, bro. If they get to February and City are not... Monts, you used to say last season, I think, you have to be 12 points ahead of City going into March. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. And I would say more than ever, because the only team, right, in the last 7 years, the only team to have won the league apart from Manchester City is Liverpool. And the season Liverpool won it, let's be real, they had it won by January, February time, yeah? For me, Arsenal must do the same. And for even more of a reason that if they don't, it's in their heads even more. If Arsenal are 4 points, 5 points clear going into March, they're just getting flashbacks of the last 2 seasons, right? And all of a sudden, what that will do is going into every single game weekend, they will not be thinking about their games. They will be thinking about Manchester City's game. For me, the only thing Arsenal need to do to win the league potentially is stop overthinking everything. And I think an example of that is all these little tricks that Arteta's doing with that, like getting Oliver Twist and the Mandem in to like scam pockets and that. Like it's all just a bit overthinking things a bit, and it's consistent. Like the win the dog thing, the playing You'll Never Walk Alone. All of it is just. I think if they just relax a bit more, and I think Arsenal are. So what I'm saying is, I think Arsenal are good enough to win the league. The biggest hindrance they have is themselves now. I think they need to just stop overthinking everything. Just
I'm along the lines with Arsenal thinking like, so every year that we come here, we're just going to say Man City's won the league in predictions. Is that how it's going to be? Because they got Pep.
That's what predictions are.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I've got Arsenal at first. At some point, something breaks in it. It's just one of those ones where it's just like
saying breaks on this show. It just feels bad. It feels really bad.
And do you know what? It's also whether Jesus and Havertz, obviously Havertz has done well last season. Let's not get it twisted. He done well in that 9 position. If Jesus is going to have the hunger and the desire to get them extra goals and come back with a fire in his belly to give Arsenal something different, because he basically wasn't really there last season. Can he finally like stand up and be that sort of guy that Arsenal originally signed him for? That's the interesting one with Jesus, because he seems to be, even in pre-season at the Emirates, like he scores a goal and I respect it. He's celebrating like, you could tell he's like, he wants to be back. He's glad to be back. Can he be a difference maker? I don't know.
You know what it is? It's a catch-22 though, Tab, because if you're comparing Havertz and Jesus as footballers, it's clear as day. It's night and day, in my opinion. But for me, Jesus should start, but then you can't just discount Havertz's back end.
We know Havertz is starting because he's more proven there for them.
Yeah, and then it shows, cool, Jesus probably ain't going to start, but then that is strength and depth off the bench. But I don't know. Will Havertz replicate his season last season? I'm not entirely sure, you know. And then that's when the goals, in my opinion, could depreciate if they don't sign another forward. But
yeah, I've got Man United in third as it stands, and however I want to look at it, because I just refuse to put Liverpool above us. It's just one of those ones. It is what it is. No signings. Don't give a shit what you lot think. I just think we're going to do a lot better. And you know what? This is just my expectation as well that I'm putting on Ten Hag.
Oh, you got Villa 9th like me.
Yeah. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
no, I'm not feeling it. Gonna give my man away to Fulham, that Diogo Carlos, like their best centre back. But anyways, don't want to be spoken about. Chelsea in 5th. I think that's just bog standard at this moment of time. And most people got them around there. I think Eddie Howe gets sacked. Still think they get 8th, but he gets sacked this year, or he leaves. Crystal Palace. I just think they just got a nice team forming. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And anything along them lines, I think Ipswich survive. So there you go.
Survive, yeah. You've watched more of them than me, so maybe.
Yeah, I think Ipswich survive just about. I think Forest go down. I'm in belief. I don't care what they've got going on in their team. I think they're going. I think we all got Forest to get relegated this year. And you know what?
No, I didn't, just because I think Gibbs White's going to pull out some moments for them. And just
that was literally when I put them. Where did I put them? Did I put them?
No, you put them 14th or 15th.
No, I put them 18th. I put them 18th.
Oh shit! Oh
yeah. And at the time when I put them 18th, when I put them 18th, I was thinking the only one in my head where I was thinking maybe not was Gibbs White might do it.
Yeah. But even then, I think they're just a modern day QPR. In my opinion.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I hear that.
It is.
I do, man. I'm gonna wait. Like the video, people. 650 of you in here. Get your predictions after Kas Daps. I've got to make a move. A big up, everyone. Romz, Monts, bless up. Yeah.
Say hello to the father-in-law for me. Yeah.
I'm just putting them along the lines. I think West Ham are being slept on. 1 game a week. Why does it not apply for them? But everybody else last year applied for. So, and they got a much better 11 than most of these teams. In my opinion.
What's that?
West Ham. I think they got a much better 11 and they got 1 game a week.
Yeah.
Last time I saw West Ham 1 game a week under Moyes, but they were dangerous.
The same way that we were saying about Forest and QPR, bare players. I think that's
but it's what they're core, innit?
Yeah, I hear it. That's my first away game of the season's West Ham away.
It's gonna be. You always got West Ham early, innit?
We had them last year.
Yeah. Around the same time.
Warren scored on his Premier League debut there.
Yeah. First game of the season. You know what?
I remember KDB so through ball.
Yeah, that's mad, you know.
He got a brace that day. I don't think it was 1. I think it was 2.
And then last season we played him. If it wasn't, I think it was our first or second away game last season was West Ham away as well. Yeah,
it was. So and
then it is this season as well. It's our second away game.
But let's move on. Monts. Talk us through it, G.
I love that picture, man. I love that picture, by the way. I love that picture.
Yeah. Do you like all the colours I put for everyone, like all different? Yeah, safe.
Yeah. You done your thing, so you done your thing. You're not Captain Save-A-Ho anymore, man. You done your thing. Hey, man. I don't think this list is that bad. Obviously, I've got City winning the league. I'm not on anyone for saying that Arsenal will win the league.
Yeah,
we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Obviously, I'm not on anyone for saying if anyone puts Arsenal top, above Man City. I'm not going to argue you down just because of how fine the
Yeah.
margins were last season. I think it could come down to, I hate to say this, it could just come down to injuries.
Yeah.
It could even just come down to who stays fit. It could come down to who goes further in what competitions. I think Arsenal are going to give the domestic cups a better go this year.
Yeah. I
think they win one of them. How about
yeah, I think Arsenal, because obviously Arteta hasn't really valued them too much, I think, or either that or the squad depth just hasn't been as good as what they thought it was. You pick one in it, but yeah, the reason I just think Arsenal do well in the domestic competition. So I think to be in all 4 competitions a bit later on in the season, which I do think they'll do, that could take a toll. So that's why that's the decision where I've come to. I thought, you know what, I think Man City will probably pip it at the end. Going a bit further down, I do think Liverpool remain in 3rd. I'd rather be closer to City and Arsenal, but again, with the lack of signings and whatnot, that's just not something I can rest my laurels on at the moment, unfortunately. And that's where I'm at with that. I won't talk too much anything about that. 4th place is definitely the place I think there's going to be a big scrap for. I think it is going to be between Chelsea, Tottenham, and Manchester United. I just do have a sneaky feeling Newcastle could be in around there. That for me, that 4th to 7th bracket, even 4th to 8th, I think there's only going to be about 10 points in that at the end of the season.
I hear that as well.
So if someone is 7th, that's not me saying you're shit or whatever. Genuinely, I think there's going to be about 10 to 12 points that separates 4th from 7th for me personally.
But Newcastle got no Europe, innit?
Yeah, they got no Europe, but they've also got no decorum. So we'll see what happens over there. So don't tell Specs I said that. So yeah, it depends if Trippier wants to lace his boots properly, man, because he was arse. He was arse in that latter part of the season.
Or if even if there's a place for Trippier now. This might be a season where you see Livramento fully break through, and maybe on the other sides, I don't know them.
It's true. It's
Who's
true.
on the other side? Chelsea, doesn't he play on the left?
Who's that? Lewis Hall. Yeah, he's left back. Yeah,
so
he should be taking over Dan Burn.
It could be Hall and Livramento.
He didn't really trust Lewis Hall, even though he looked really good for them.
Even when he was fit, he didn't play him.
I've heard in pre-season they're killing it though. Like he's killing it personally.
So that's what I'm saying. A younger Livramento and
Tonali being back, Joe Linton being back. Like, you know what? Maybe.
Oh yeah, Joe Linton is massive for them. Joe Linton.
Tonali's back as well.
Well, his band's done, innit? His band's done.
What is it done from the start?
Yeah, I thought he had a few months.
Yeah. Hold on, but didn't he get found guilty of it again?
Yeah, but I think that's because
they're running concurrent.
Yeah, something like along those lines. Let me check it.
Yeah, Joe Linton. Monts, I'm with you on Joe Linton. They missed Joe Linton a lot.
He's the steal in their midfield.
Yeah,
he's actually the steal in their midfield, bro. And how about this? I'll take Joe Linton. I promise you. I think what Eddie Howe's done with Joe Linton, I feel like it's just never spoken about enough because it's.
By the way, he's back 27th of Tuesday, the 27th of August of this month. He's back.
Right.
Yeah. So match day 3, match day 3, innit? He's back.
Yeah. That's huge. That's huge for them. Even though he wasn't all that when he was playing.
Yeah, some months you take Joe Linton. I hear it, because when we were playing him at the back end of the season, the fact that he wasn't back for it, I was very happy because he allows.
He's a bully. He's a bully.
He protects that defense. He protects that defense massively, yeah. And also he allows everyone else on that pitch to do what they're doing. Like he is a bully.
And for me, and because he used to be a striker, he's got goals in him. He's got 8 or 9. He's got 8 to 11 goals in him.
I've got a question for you, by the way. I've got a question. Obviously, some Chelsea fans are hurt that you put Man United above them this season because they believe every season is the same. Even though Man United, how shit we were and great they were, it's only 3 points difference. How come you got Man United above them?
I just think Man United have more know-how
than Chelsea.
Yeah, generally, I think you don't have more know-how. I think Chelsea are in for a hard reset. Everyone knows that that's my stance on these, man.
5th or 6th, who gives a fuck, man?
As I said, I don't think there's many points in it, so I don't think it's like you get it. There's not much in it, so I don't think people need to really see it as a mad diss or a mad agenda. Like obviously, people don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily rate United all the way to the core, but I do feel like they'll do better than. I just feel like they'll be better than Chelsea, not by a massive margin. Chelsea still have a big squad, but I just think in terms of getting through games and winning games, this is right now without Osimhen as well. Maybe if Osimhen isn't there, I probably might revisit that. But you know, like you lot can do as many. You lot can do as many don't worries as you want. Like you man are.
You know what? I see. You also Daps is the highest. I don't know what I can't remember. Romz will go on to that in like literally 1 minute. But Daps has Aston Villa the highest in 6th, but you've also got them in 8th. Like I think Ty also got them in 8th as well. Not a firm believer they're gonna do much this season. Then
Douglas Luiz, man. People aren't really for me seeing what Douglas Luiz not being there for me. I think that's gonna sting them, man. Fuck the Champions League football. Fuck the Champions League football. They won't get that far in the Champions League. I'm talking Douglas
Luiz. That's a big
Luiz,
shout as well, Monts. Output. Like he was key to. Did he get double-digit goals? Not even GA. Just
I don't
goals.
even know. He was just doing things. He was doing things for them that I didn't even know he had in his locker. In it. That's how fucked man was moving, bro. Like that outside of the ball pass he done to Watkins. I can't remember who it was against Sheffield.
I remember
oh my god! Like he was doing shit where I was thinking, yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? That's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! Yeah, he got double. He got 10 goals, 10 assists.
That's what I was thinking. Because even that set pieces, I swear he got the odd goal from a corner. His corners were lethal, like guaranteed someone to get their head on it. Right? His penalties, long range, like you said, his passing, his range of passing. That's actually a shout.
Yeah. Well, let's see what you put them. You've got them 6th.
Yeah, I got Villa 6th because I feel like there'll be a drop off, but not what everyone's saying. Because Philogene, I think, is a baller. Got from Champions League experience. Maatsen, I think, will do very well for them. Amadou Onana, I rate him. Whether he can replicate what Douglas Luiz did, I'm not too sure. But I'll go through my top 6 now. City, as long as Pep's here, I know you say Kaz, it's boring just to predict them to win every year. Well, they've not shown me any different. They've done 4 in a row, so I've gone City there. Again, if Arsenal do win the league, it's not going to be a mad surprise. They got the team to do it. Liverpool, I've been saying, right, I think we're going to be closer to the top 4 race than any other season. Because we've got Slot, we're going to have that natural drop-off. I still think we're better than the rest, but there's going to be that natural drop-off. So I have us 3rd. Chelsea, I've got 4th. Because, look, you could call me a aesthetics merchant, but I think Pedro Neto, Palmer, and Kunku, baller. I'm doing this off the assumption Osimhen comes in as well. I think they sign him late in the window. It could even be a deadline day signing. How about that?
But I'll be real. We've got Chelsea obviously on Sunday, yeah. And I mean, I guess last season they took 4 points off us last season. I am not going into this game thinking, this is I'm worried. I'm worried going into the weekend. I'm gonna be real. And we just beat them 4-1, by the way. But I think
I said to you a month ago, and you said, you know what, I can hear that. In my opinion, Chelsea beat you 2. This is early prediction. They beat you'll still win the league, but Chelsea beat you 2-1 this Sunday. You know when everyone's expecting City to pack them and whatnot? I just think they're going to pull something out the bag and just surprise. Because City, you would even admit, City
they did it twice last season, bro. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and then they end up winning
last season. Last season they took points off of us. Like I said, look. A couple of years ago, I remember seeing City lose 5-2 at home to Leicester at the start of the season. So it's not panic, but I do look at this. I look at this Chelsea team and look, of course, if they come out, I think the issue with Chelsea is, from what we've seen of their defence pre-season, they're trying to play out from the back and it could go wrong.
I've got a cut, but
you know what, Daps?
But it might also work, and that's my worry. That's
quickly before you land, the reason why I'm also putting Chelsea 4th, everyone's like, their defense. You don't have to be good to get top 4. We've seen 3 different teams be in the top 4, get top 4 last 3 seasons. Newcastle, Villa, and I think Spurs was the other one. I can't remember.
Yeah, go on.
I think they got enough firepower
to lives. I don't even look at the left-hand side as something that's surprising.
Bournemouth bottom.
That's the one.
Are you?
I think Bournemouth finished, but I think that Solanke, that they're missing out Solanke, I think it's massive. Yeah. I think people are underplaying that because he was central to everything they were doing. I think Bournemouth's going down. Similar to Kaz, I think Ipswich just about stay up. I think McKenna, I know, albeit a championship, even when they're in the few of the cup games, they'll give Premier League teams a run for their money. I think they're going to be the surprise team that stays up. Spurs, I kind of agree with Monts. I think Solanke, same way I just said, he's a massive blow for Bournemouth.
So you reckon he lands? He just lands, basically.
Lands, bro. I'm going between 18 and 20 league goals, not all competitions, league goals. And it's different with Andrea. with Maresca and Slot, it's their maiden season, and still has that season under his belt. He knows what the Prem's about, whatnot. And I just think Spurs will clinch that 5th spot. Aston Villa again, the drop off. It'll be a slight drop off. Where you lot had them 8th and 9th, I don't think it'll be that mad, but they'll go from 4th to 6th. United, cool. I actually think United's had a very good win now. I'm not going to lie. Your backroom staff come in. I think you signed quality players. This is why I love Ten Hag, though. I just think he's a shit manager. Well, actually, that's a bit harsh. Not shit, but I just don't think he's good tactically and net. I feel like he's going to do dumb decisions. That, correct me if I'm wrong, Kaz. Ahmad was fit from what, January last season, and he continued to play other wingers ahead of him. He has that in him just to make the wrong decisions.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah,
bro.
no,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I think United finished it. However, and it's killed me to say it, United win another trophy. I don't know if it's the Carabao, FA Cup, or Europa League. United
I wish we could zoom in on that grin on Taz's face. You're making him smile.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm going to admit that they win another trophy still, but that's why I've got them 7th.
A fluent trophy out here, man. At least you recognize that you're not winning nothing next year, but it's good though, man. It's all good. Let me run. Layla says, Prem is Farmers League, so City will win it. And then AMT says some bad news regarding Bob. Yeah, he's broken. It's suspectedly broken his leg, but you know what? Hopefully, it's just a sprain or something like that. Hopefully, in the hospital when it comes out.
But he's flying to Barcelona tomorrow to have it looked at
by specialists. It's mad, isn't it? Barcelona's a home of specialists with all of this.
Yeah, it's ever since when Pep arrived, we made it our place at all of our.
But yeah, look, have a quick look. You can go back and scroll it if you want rewind. Let us know who has the best predictions to the worst predictions in the comments after this video is finished, if you don't mind. Every comment afterwards, every like afterwards after this stream is finished goes a long way. Believe me. Chris Wood scores in 1 in 3 shots. We'll keep Forrest up. All right, fair enough, man.
He don't score against City, though, does he? He's not allowed to.
Yeah. So after this video is finished, which we're going to wrap up, he's going to go over to Monts' channel. Big up for everyone that's here. Nice to see 750 odd to 800 people in the house. So yeah, man, this is going to go over to Monts' channel. Probably talking predictions maybe as well. But yeah, let us know who's got the best and let us know who's got the worst. 1, 2, 5 in a bit. Big up Romz. And yeah, we'll catch you. Might be later. Might be another show later in a bit.